Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with a Tesla stock update video. Before on the video, here is a shout out to my Patreon members. You guys are the best. You help keep this channel alive and you help fill me with vigor. Now, Tesla news. Elon tweeted the other night about how Bitcoin is my safe word, end quote. And then he replied to the tweet by saying, just kidding, who needs a safe word anyway? His most viral one, however, was Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. Now, let us examine that quote for a minute. What is fiat? Fiat is the dollar, sometimes called the petrodollar because it is more tied to oil than it is to anything else. It used to be backed by gold. Then, who took it? Was it Nixon or Reagan? One of those people took us off the gold standard. And basically what that means is now our currency, the US dollar, is not backed by anything but a promise from the US government saying, like, you know what, this money's worth a lot. But really, it is backed a lot by oil because a lot of mostly oil that you can get is traded in dollars. So Elon does not like the fact that he does not like money, and he thinks Bitcoin is almost, what did he say? Sorry. He said it is almost as BS as fiat money, which means he actually likes it better. My interpretation of that is Elon's buying Bitcoin. I don't actually know that. Nobody knows what he's doing, but it does make some poetic sense. If you have a company like Square that put a relatively small amount, 50 million, into it, it makes sense that he was buying it. Now, if you have, let me pull Square up here. Square is a relatively small company. And when I say that, I mean compared to Tesla, Square only has a $105 billion market cap. So 50 million of that is what, 5%? Because 1 billion is, so it's 0.05%. Sorry about that. Let me just make sure in my handy dandy calculator. That is a million. That is a billion. Okay. Times 0.05. Yeah, 0.05 is 50 million. So he put 0.05% in the in Bitcoin. That's what Square did for their balance sheet. Now, if Tesla were to do the exact same thing, and see what Tesla ended at today, 616 billion. Where'd it go? 616, and then I count so many zeros. And you times that by 0.05, they would wind up putting 30 million. 616 billion, is that? Nope, I messed up. I'm sorry, guys. So actually, we could just do the 50 million times 6, and it would be $300 million that Elon would put of Tesla's balance sheet into Bitcoin. So, and that is no small amount. I mean, he's got 20 million in the war chest and cash reserves. So 300 million of that really isn't a lot. And to put that in, I think would be a very smart move because the dollar is just sitting there. The dollar is something that the Federal Reserve, which by the way isn't a federal building, it's no more federal than like Federal Express. They just print out money each year. They just have a printing press. They're not the U.S. Mint, they're not the U.S. Treasury, but they just print out money out of thin air and loan it to the government at a low interest rate. So it's free money, or not free money. The U.S. has to pay it back, but it's literally just printed. The dollar goes down in value every day. I think it would be fantastic if Elon did this. But speaking of the stock opened at 666. I'm in a sign today, and it closed at 649. Now this is a huge decrease from last week when it closed at 695. The volume today was about 55 million, and the average was 48 million. Now again, that's volume traded hands, but on Friday's numbers, it was over 200 million that traded hands. We'll likely never get this 200 million again unless the stock splits, maybe in like 2 years. Who knows? I don't know. A less viral tweet Elon had made the other day was, "Thank you to everyone who works so hard to make Tesla successful. My heart goes out to you." I'm guessing they have a clear path to 500,000 deliveries for the year. I don't think he would have made that tweet had it not been for their impending success. I'm going to take a look at the stock real quick. That's what I said about the 55 million. It opened up very, very low, but it was a relatively, I mean, granted, it went down a lot, but if it opened at 666, 661, went down 649. It really wasn't that bad. All things considered, my friend Paul says he expects it to go to 550. I don't think it'll go down there. If it does, that is a dip that I would definitely buy in. This is not financial advice. It's just saying. So I'm just saying that what I'm doing after hours, it is up a little bit, about $1 to that 650. I still think like 620 is the bottom line. Like that's the mark. I don't think it'll go to 550. But again, he has been right about certain things before. Before this, or not before, after the split, but before the announcement, when Tesla's at like $500, he sold there. I was like, oh my God, you sold? And then he bought back in around 380. Now the stock did go down to 330, but yeah, he made the right call. Again, I would have never done that, but he did, and he made a little bit of money with it. He thinks it might go down to 550. I don't think it will, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see what happens. Guys, I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Bye.